Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be learning how to do long and short stitches. So this is basically just like the name sounds. It's long and short stitches. If you're familiar with the brick stitch, which I also have a video on if you haven't seen it yet, it's very similar. It's just that the goal here is not to make your stitches look like bricks in that they're not all going to be the same length. And instead of starting in the middle of the stitches on your previous line, you're just making them long and short, kind of uneven, kind of just to fill the surface area of what you're trying to stitch. So to begin, you're going to come up from underneath the fabric and just make one straight stitch. And that can either be your long or your short stitch, it's totally up to you. And then what I like to do is start on the next line of where I'm trying to fill and then make that stitch either longer or shorter, kind of just to give me a baseline of the area that I want to fill. And then I'm just going to continue along the next line, making another stitch that goes out even further a little bit. Again, the goal here is really just to fill the surface area, and it's not really to make it super even like you're trying to with the brick stitch. It's really just filling the area with different length stitches to kind of give it a more textured look. So as you can see here, I'm really just filling the space in with longer and shorter stitches on each line, just filling the space. I wanted to note that when I'm doing very large text, like on, 12, 18-inch hoops, when I'm doing kind of like a thicker font, I really like to use long and short stitch because I feel like it really helps with the curves of the piece. I also wanted to note that this is a lot of the time the stitch that you would use if you're doing needle painting, where you're really trying to blend different colors and give kind of that painted on look to your fabric. A lot of times, though, I would recommend when you're doing a long and short stitch, it really looks better if you're not using all 6 strands of fabric. I would really recommend maybe 2 or 3 strands. As you can see here, mine looks pretty chunky, but typically I would use only 2 or 3, and it really helps kind of just give it that painted on, really nice, filled in look.